All right, we're live on YouTube. How do I view it on YouTube as well? Hey, shenanigans. Cat from there. Good. Awesome. All right, we got the chat. I'm here in the chat. Yep. All right. I got the chat going on YouTube as well. All right. We're in there. Everybody. All right. Thank you to everybody watching as well. Let me minimize this. All right, we're good. You know, we're also live on YouTube, on Zoom, on Patreon. For those that are on my Patreon, they can also join patreon.com/the mystical spiral. I actually was planning on doing this just on Patreon. But since we're live here on YouTube, we'll actually do a live show here as well. And we could do various things while we're live today here on YouTube. We can also get into some crystals and various things that are happening all over the planet that are incredible. I mean, everybody send their prayers also to the Turkey, Syria area, a real intense area over there, and what's going on. I mean, I don't think they've had an earthquake like that since like 1999. I know in 1999 they had like almost 20,000 people that died. Actually, let me look that up. I remember in 1999 in Turkey, there was a really bad earthquake. I don't remember how many actually died, but it was bad. All right, we got people on Patreon joining as well. That's cool. All right, so just when you join on Patreon, just please mute. Let me just get Esma's in the chat room. Hey, how you been, brother? Haven't seen you in a long time. Hope everything's good with you. But yeah, 1999 Turkey earthquake. Let me see. Wow, 18,000 people in 1999 in Turkey. So if people remember that, was really incredible, intense. I don't know if it was in the same exact. It was in Northwest Turkey in 1999. Wow. Yeah, this one was not as bad probably as the 1991 one, but still pretty bad. I'm trying to see what the 1999 one. Oh, that one was a 7.6. So the one we had now was even worse than the 1999 one. I think the 1999 one was just probably in a more populated area. That's freaking incredible. So 1999 one had a tsunami as well. Wow. So it had between 17,127 to 18,373 dead. They had 49,000 injured and 5,840 missing in the 1999 earthquake. Damn. Think about all those souls that like are wandering and lost right when that happens. In crazy energy. That's because there's galactic waves of energy happening right now, people. I've been trying to tell everybody about that. And this year, there's literally, I think, about 17, 18, or 19 even galactic or cosmic solar wind network of waves that's going on. It's a solar wind communication between all stars and suns, and they send bacterias and all this different stuff. And it's a time of where the universe is updating, and we're right in the thick of it, because we're one of the planets that needs one of the biggest upgrades, I believe, and changes. And you can see it's all around happening. And the between and people don't see, people tend to go to the wrong places for information, and that's why it's really pertinent people understand. It's even in my DNA to hold cosmic connections and cosmic truth. It's one of my ancestors was Giordano Bruno. He was burned alive for holding some answers and some cosmic truths, because some people have inner connections. Some people still can connect to nature and can read things within themselves and within the cosmos. We have that. We have the same elements to us that a supernova explosion has. And most people, they're not humble, and they're not humbled in life to even get past their ego, to like be able to even think about things like that. That's the reality. Most people can't even go there. But look what's happening. We're having incredible solar like all this activity. I mean, just look it up, the things the sun is doing right now as well. And let's go into it a little bit, because we're here live right here on YouTube and on Patreon. I might actually just go privately on Patreon, depending like how many people want to join, because I have to say right here on YouTube as well, everything that I'm discussing, you got to take it for entertainment only, right? Don't use any of my information to make decisions or things that I discuss, as this is for entertainment purposes only, for people to talk about, right? And just certain observations I've made, things that have come to me, things like that. But if you want to go privately, we can go even deeper on some of this. But our magnetic shield, what we call a magnetic shield, I've been discussing this for a little bit now. This is a doorway, a gate, right? It's not like a shield per se. Yes, it does block certain things that come in, right? It stops some of the solar wind and the plasmic stuff that, all that things that are carrying in that solar wind. It stops some of that, but some of the coronal mass ejection bursts actually open up cracks or shut down the shield. And various other things as well are related to this that we really need to discuss, because people are looking at this the wrong way. The sun and the stars out there, sun stars, right? They create solar wind. The solar wind is a network for traveling, a network of communication, a network where even higher levels of life, if you want to say, can even travel. But if you want to even say us in spirit form or a higher harmonic frequency, can even travel on the solar wind and be towed across certain things, right? This is very pertinent information to understand, and has been mistranslated all throughout our modern history. This is where you see the solar barge in ancient Egypt, where they're traveling on the solar barge. This is a metaphor for actually traveling on the solar wind. And right now, our magnetic shield, cracks in our magnetic shield, there are forces coming through. Forces coming through our magnetic shield. You may think auroras are just auroras, things like this. They are actually carrying certain forms of life. Now, and it's very similar to us being in spirit form, in plasma, even. This is a very different way of looking at things, but I do feel there will be some sort of like false sort of alien type invasion by our own government and military created things like these UAPs, UFOs, things like that. I think that most likely there'll be some sort of like diversion with that activity, because they, ever since Foo Fighters and things like that, they've been working with technology that can be like these reddish orange balls of light that can also transform, and they seem like they're from another world, right? But I think they're from our own creation, but they might be from other dimensional knowledge and information. But I do feel that it's working with it's from our own human militaries and governments that are doing this, and most likely they're going to make that a diversion from what's really coming through that they can't stop. And this is God, the universe, that does this, right? These forces are beyond human control. And I think when a planet activity and technology start to making that planet out of alignment with the harmony of the universe, the harmony of the spheres, and the way it is supposed to evolve with nature and the sun and its solar system and everything. And that's, I think, we're at the cusp of with our technology on this planet and what we've been working with as humans. I think it's come to the point where the universe needs to make an intervention, just like in the days of the Great Flood. If you want to look at it as God, or if you want to look at it as the universe, however your perspective is. But there's going to be a big change, and we're right. And you can see, if you don't want to believe that I get these signs, and I've gotten these signs since I'm born, and it's in my DNA, you can look into my history and look into some of the things that I've been talking about. In 2018, I'm going to go into a little bit of what I discussed the other day, because unfortunately my video was deleted by my own mistake. But in 2018, I did a video, September 11th, 2018. I did a video where I discussed what was coming to me in 2018 and 2017. I was having these cold, waking sweat nightmares where I would wake up, in those like psychic type dreams, if you want to use that word, where the dream is so real, so incredible, that it wakes you up out of it, and you retain like the information of just prior to when you were woken up out of this. And it seems so real that when you wake up, you're not sure what was real. Like, was the dream the real? Because the dream seemed even more real than what you woke up into this reality. And that's how real it was, and so how intense it was. And I was not only having that while I was dreaming, but while I was at work. Like, I would be working, and like sometimes when you're at work, you think about like what's going on at home, bills, this, that, and the other, right? Well, sometimes when you're at work, your mind just wanders and you're not thinking about nothing, right? Sometimes when my mind would just wander and I was thinking about nothing at all, it would hit me too. The same vision, the same thing. And basically what I was seeing was people all over the planet really sick, like on respirators, sick, plagues happening, and everybody walking around like it's a plague atmosphere. Like people had masks on and it's like plagues everywhere, right? That kind of atmosphere. And then I also saw a green comet coming, and this was like bringing a whole new change on the planet, right? And I talked about it in this video, and I posted it on September 11th, 2018. Now, a year later, the health crisis started on this planet that I was being shown, right? And then in 2022, we first find out about this green comet that I mentioned in the video. Look it up on YouTube if you guys are interested. It's the video is, of course, from Exploring the Ka with Castaldo, my channel. But the title of the video is, I believe it's 2018 Green Comet of the Apocalypse. And then I write, and then it's comma plagues. And I think I even wrote Critica on it as well, which is the Pleiades, because that was a whole nother thing that I was shown. And then recently, like a month or so ago, while I was walking, right before sunrise, I was underneath the constellation Auriga, and I was holding a piece of labradorite freeform. And I looked up, and it just happened to be the same shape as the constellation that I was under, the labradorite that I was holding. So I had like this weird plurality of worlds moment where everything slowed down. And then that same vision came to me about the green comet. I wasn't seeing the plagues and everything, but it was the green comet vision that came to me again. And then I remembered, oh my God, like I did a video about this all these years ago, right? And and they didn't find out about that green comet until 2022. Now, this green comet only comes around every 50,000 years. And the last time it was coming around, the Neanderthals were first expanding. They were getting these codes, these different evolutionary. What I mean by codes is that the comet, they bring evolution. They bring different bacterias and viruses and things like this. It's a proven fact. It's no longer debatable. It used to be debatable in the 70s and 80s when my friend Professor Chandra Wickramasinghe and the late Sir Fred Hoyle were writing their books about panspermia and all of this stuff. But it's now known that comets and meteors, they bring all the building blocks of life, and they bring evolutionary codes and bacteria and all of this. Right? It's how God or the universe seeds worlds, evolves worlds, and if need be, restarts worlds, bombards worlds to restart them. If you bring a comet bombardment, that ultimately brings mega tsunamis, and it ultimately washes everything away on this planet. And it would be a great flood everywhere. And ultimately, I think this is what happens when things get out of control, just like what's discussed in Genesis 6 and all throughout all religious histories about a great flood. And the green comet right now at February 1st was the closest to Earth. In the end of January, it was literally communicating with with the sun. And just like I was talking about in 2019, I said the Ankh is a coronal mass ejection loop. And these Ankh loops will be blowing the comet, the green comet's tail, to the Earth. And everything that's in that green comet's tail, all the, after it passes the sun opens up the gases and all that stuff in the comet, all the bacteria and stuff, they start getting blown by the solar wind and these coronal mass ejections. The tail was blowing it here, all the auroras, all the stuff coming in, that's all happening now. It may take a couple of years for all of it to come all the way down to the bottom. And some of it starts lurking in the stratosphere. And when there's openings in the stratosphere in certain places, especially when we're in minimum sunspot cycles, when there's breakthroughs in the stratosphere, all the stuff that's coming from fireballs and meteor showers and all that stuff, it's lurking in our stratosphere. And when there's breakthroughs in the stratosphere, like when we go into a solar minimum sunspot cycle, like we did in December 2019, right? When we first started having a health crisis on this planet in December 2019, I think it was solar cycle 24, I think. It's it was like the lowest, the most minimum sunspot cycle it's been in 100 years. And what that means, it's an open invitation for anything that's lurking in the stratosphere, in places where there's breakthroughs in the stratosphere, for that to come on in. It's like an open invitation, an open house invitation for all the bacteria and stuff that's lurking in the stratosphere, and that gets deposited by cometary dust and meteor showers and all of that. And there, it's holding interstellar DNA, sometimes alien DNA, and that doesn't just get sent here randomly. Even the ancients believed that at certain times of the year, their chants and their rituals, all of the vibrations that's coming out of this sphere, this Taurus system, gets heard by the heavens, heard by the stars, heard by the heavenly bodies, the queens of the heavens, the comets, right? And depending on our vibrations and what's coming out of our emanations, right? The emanations coming out of us, these vibrations are slightly altered by us and get sent out and heard by the universe. And depending on those vibrations, it's depending on what gets sprayed down upon us and what we need and what we're calling for. And ultimately, the earth is altered by our vibrations because we're upon the earth, but the earth is calling out for certain needs. And God, the universe, sends comets and meteor showers to bring those needs. Understand? Is that a good way of putting it? And all of the suns in the solar systems, they're working with these comets, communicating with them. They're like quantum computers. And the solar wind is a network to ride on. It's a portal network. And ultimately, stars become, big ones become black holes, opening to another universe. Right? This is, in my opinion, from my remote viewings and my own psychic work, if you want to use that stupid word psychic nowadays, it's been demonized. But from my own inner source connections, my own work, the Ouroboros, right? The serpent with its tail in its mouth. Do I have a book with it on it? Oh, there's a great book I have with it. Do I have the book here? So this is a good book to represent it too. Oh, yes, we do. Look, one of the best thinkers of all time, Heinz von Forster, right? Was into like I think he created second order cybernetics, right? This was a book that was published by Fordham University. I've read this book many, many times. It's called The Beginning of Heaven and Earth Has No Name, right? 7 Days with Second Order Cybernetics by Heinz von Forster, right? Really, he was a great thinker. That's the Ouroboros, right? This, in my opinion, now it doesn't say this in this book or anywhere else, but in my opinion, that represents, in mythology, all of this, everybody has different, but to me, it is how the evolution of a massive sun that becomes a black hole, and it literally is a star eating itself, becoming itself, turning into itself, right? Like the Taurus. It is the Taurus. That's what it is. And a Taurus is literally like a snake within its turning into itself, eating itself, right? And I think that's what exactly what it represents. It's the beginning and the end of creation, right? After a supernova explosion, a black hole is there. And it's not the end of that star either, that sun. And I hate that people think that. I think it's going beyond the light. It's transforming to beyond what we know, right? It's going beyond this. And I think that even many things in all of our ancient history needs to be retranslated and looked at from a different way. Even there was a recent a recent black hole discovered in what's it called? Ophiuchus. I think it's Ophiuchus, I think is the constellation. I think there was a hold on, let me look it up. There was a black hole. I know I saved the article on my phone. Hold on. It's very interesting too, because that is here. First dormant stellar mass black hole in our cosmic backyard. So astronomers discover the closest black hole to Earth. They've called it Gaia BH1. It's a dormant black hole and it weighs about 10 times the mass of the sun. It's located about 1,600 light years away in the constellation Ophiuchus, making it 3 times closer to Earth than the previous record holder, which is an X-ray binary in the constellation of Monoceros. They made this discovery by making exquisite observations of the motion of the black hole's companion. Wow. So a sun-like star that orbits the black hole at about the same distance as the Earth orbits the sun. Now that's interesting because it's like the opposite. Like if you take the solar system, you put a black hole where the sun is and the sun where the Earth is, and then you get this system that we're talking about. So that's very interesting, right? Ophiuchus. Yeah. So that's very interesting. And the black holes are the most incredible. I think it's like a portal network out of this universe to another universe, possibly. Right. And but they are the most incredible things, quasars as well. They're like little big bangs of creation. But this is incredible because Ophiuchus is that serpent bearer, right? So it's always pictured with holding the serpent. Actually, it was also associated with the Greek and Roman god of healing, Asclepius. There's even in people don't realize there's a island near Rome in the Tiber River. It's called Tiber Island. On this island, there used to actually be an ancient obelisk there. That's no longer there. There's an island dedicated to Asclepius. Now, Asclepius is the mythology that we all know when we see the Caduceus, right? That here, this. I'll show you guys. I think I got representation of it. Yeah, so this is when you see this was basically the Asclepius symbol as well, right? Well, that's now a symbol for our medical, right? So that is he's related to healing, also resurrection, regeneration, all of this, right? So also when you see the ASP, or some call it in Greek the basilisk, this is the serpent on the crown of the ancient Egypt, right? That we'll get into also later on. That is representing the solar wind, and we're going to get into that as well, because the solar wind is very important. There's cracks opening up in our magnetic shield, even from when CERN turns on. They're opening up cracks, which are doorways for things to come inside of out our planet in a unseen form, right? We can see that in spirit form type. This is like the solar wind. It's a translucent friggin' force of plasmic waves, like fire, In spirit form, it literally looks like waves of watery fire in the air. I've seen this. I've been inside this when I had my near-death experience. I literally was inside the magnetosphere, inside a whirling chamber. And this is what they describe. It's a stargate where you can travel to other star systems and you could transform to what you call out. The universe will guide you to places that your ego wants to become. And you collect particles from different explosions in the universe that are lurking all different places. And the solar wind, it takes your soul. Solar wind. It takes your soul, literally, to the place your ego guides it. If you step into that maze, then you can become a monster. You can be created into. This is why it's very important for people to come to my Patreon, where we can go much deeper into this. I'm trying to build it up. I've literally had it since 2018 or more, and I have thousands of posts, but there's only like 40 or so people that are on my Patreon. You could join for as little as $2 a month. The higher tiers get way more things for free, access to more crystal discounts and things like that, crystals and copper. But the information that you get there is priceless, because we are actually rebringing knowledge of the soul. This is more important than any material goods you can maintain and get. And in many of the old maps, this place that this black hole is now is in, this is a very interesting constellation. Huge, right? Krishna is associated with this constellation as well. Krishna's the god of India, right? Yeah, no, see, I do feel that when you die, right, and you enter that ego maze, that's your choice. You walk into that light. But there's phases of you can skip that whole process even. It depends on your ego, depends on how heavy your soul is and how attached you are to this physical reality. And I do think there's ways, man. It was all about, and what we could get into it later on, but I wanted to get into right now what's transpiring right at this moment, because I told you guys about the green comet that was coming. If you didn't want to believe in me, it's here now. And it's here right at the time where the Lupercalia is taking place, right? Now, the Lupercalia officially starts on February 2nd to the very priest of the Mediterranean, where this was very important to. Now, this is a time of regeneration and renewal for the planet. It's also a time of bringing the new time of the wolf. The new sun god is born. This is very interesting, right? So during the Lupercalia, they're literally enticing the spirits of the Nephilim, the spirits of the fallen, right? And literally, fallen angels are comets and meteors. They are bringing, in physical reality, that's what we see them as. But in spirit form, it's much different. And they have all the building blocks of life. When they come into this atmosphere, they can veil themselves and transform themselves into all sorts of creations, even as humans. They're intelligence of the universe. People need to realize that. They're not just comets and meteors are looked at in like they're just random, like rocks and gases and things floating through space. They just happen to be on mathematical orbits and they just happen to be carrying building blocks of life that when they go to certain places, they can evolve species that are on that planet, and and all of that. That's just happening randomly. Yeah, that's just by random collisions in the universe that just happens to happen. Yeah, okay. Right, that they're guided, they're payloads carrying cosmic currency. It's bacterial genetics, it's everything being seeded. Right now, this green comet that comes around every 50,000 years now is appearing right here closest to Earth during the Lupercalia. Now, the Lupercalia is a time where it's a fertility time, where they would literally be wearing wolf pelts and goat pelts and deer pelts and smacking each other, running around through the streets while they're chanting to the gods, literally enticing the spirits of the Nephilim and these other beings that this information comes from. Right? So they're literally chanting so the heavens can hear their fertility calls. And then the fallen angels and the children of the Nephilim, they bring those fertility calls and seed those calls. And literally, they're calling their spirit to be enchanted by the ancestors of these ways while they're carrying out their rituals and their fertility rites and their sex, all of that. Right, this is how our planet was seeded, with this knowledge and with these bloodlines carrying it out. And it's still continuing in Rome. Right, we can get into it. I mean, right on Palatine Hill, the western slope of the Palatine Hill, is the cave of the Luperci, where right near where the fig tree is, where Romulus and Remus was suckled by the Etruscan she-wolf. That's how it's portrayed, right? Well, this is the time of the wolf, the Lupercalia. That's what it means. It's the time of bringing the new sun god. Wolves and horses, always connected to solar mythologies and solar information and solar upgrades, right? So in ancient Mediterranean, this is where my expertise comes from. This is where my DNA is embedded in, right? I come from mostly, actually I have 6%, almost 6% North African in our DNA, but we're mostly from, because we have some of the Moors, but we have from all the way from northern Italy all the way down to northern Africa, even some Coptic Egyptian in my background. And so when it comes to knowledge of the Mediterranean, it's sort of embedded in me. When I start to even research about it or think about it, things just, the universe just adds more, right? And it was interesting because these times, officially the Lupercalia in the Mediterranean area, and nowadays even, they think it's February 15th, right? Valentine's Day is sort of like looped in with it. But to the priests of the Luperci and the Cavallino means basically little horses, right? So you had these clans, these shamanistic societies of priests that were dedicated to making certain rites during certain times of the year. And on February 2nd, in the Mediterranean, especially in Rome, right on Palatine Hill, on the western slope of the Palatine Hill, they would gather to start these festivals where they would be wearing wolf hides or wolf pelts, right? Dipping, sacrificing an animal like a goat, and then they would dip the blood in it, or the wool, dip it in the blood, and then they would be writing the name of it on the, there would be all these rituals that they would do with it, and then they would use that for women to run through the streets. And these women believed that when they got smacked with the wolf pelt, that it would enhance their fertility and give them power of the gods, powers of the spirits of the Nephilim, basically, if you want to say, right? And this is where this they would have like from February 2nd all the way to the 15th. And this would be like the time of the shape-shifting rites, also. The time where you banish that wolf night and you transform, the time of the golden wolf, right? This is the time where they even call it the becoming, right? To become, to be, to become anything that the light calls you to be, right? And this is exactly what ancient Egypt was doing in their rites as well. This is actually what it means to be Kepra, or be the Scarabus god, to transform, to become from yourself. That you transform into the light, whatever the light calls you or what your soul calls you to be, you transform into, right? Emerging from yourself, by yourself, right? Now, this is like a regeneration of yourself from yourself inside the light. This is the time of this time of year, right? And for the comet to be passing right during this time of year is very important. And then right after the Lupercalia is over, like at February 15th time, right at around February 18th, we're going to get hit with another solar wave this year. I already know that. You're going to see around February 18th, there's going to be another big solar wave that hits this planet. The magnetic shield is going to get shut down, and there's going to be auroras and life forms coming in. These, if you want to call them angelic forces, you can call them angelic forces. And this is the time is now, people, for your mind, body, and soul to transform. That's why I've been talking about the crystals and the copper so much as well. Right in that and right when actually the comet was near the constellation Auriga, I feel there was something very important. I don't want to go too off topic though, as well. I don't want to jump around, but yeah, I mean, it's interesting too that's constellation Ophiuchus. Yeah, that's another whole topic that we could do a whole show on. But yeah, the Lupercalia with the Mediterranean, this is like a battle of light and dark forces also, where it's like a renewal and purification time. Even the Catholic Church has adopted it now as the purification of the Madonna, of the Mary time of during February 2nd or February this time of year, like during these few weeks, right? So I mean, it's about renewal. It's about complete purification. And hey, Jan's there, Gypsy, Solas, Esma. Yeah. And yeah, that's a very interesting book too. The Heinz Forrester book, very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, the carnival of the Luperci. You got the Luperci, it's spelled Luperci, and you got the Cavallino, which means little horses. These are the priest clans of the wolf god and goddesses, right? And the Cavallino, like I said, that means little horses as well, and that also actually comes from constellation mythology, because if you look at the lupus, the wolf, he was said to be placed in the heavens as a reminder of the religious nature of Chiron, right? Who's the centaur, and that's sort of like that man horse, right? And he's depicted as spearing the wolf, and to put that wolf up as a sacrifice. And so that's very interesting that means little horses, right? Cavallino. And it's between the wolf and the horse. You know, these are solar, stellar mythology symbols, you know. And during this ancient Lupercalia time, I mean, now this green comet is involved. That only comes around every 50,000 years during these times, but they formed into two groups, usually back in those days, especially in the Middle Ages. The Cavallinos, they would have these huge ceremonies for 2 weeks, from the 2nd to the 15th. I mean, they would have these healing ceremonies, these processions, where they were, you know, carrying all these, you know, huge things going on, like their parades, like in processions, where there would be, you know, like all these weird healings going on, and people being healed, like crazy stuff going on, right? And they would have this, what they called the mistress of the fairies coming out, and the lord of misrule, the spirit of misrule, all of this that they would call upon, right? And there would be these dances, and these dances are spiral dances as well as chants, because like I said, the sun, all energy in the universe comes from out in the stars, right? Well, it comes from out amongst the universe, right? All energy generates out there, right? Well, each sun in the solar systems, they pull in those energies, right? And then they push those energies with the solar wind and its force to the planets, right? Now, the planets, they receive those energies, those vibrations, and then it alters those energies and sends them back outward, right? The moon then receives those energies, and then slightly altered from the moon's own vibration, sends them back down, right? So this is our harmony of the spheres. So what's transpiring on our planet? The vibrations and energies that's coming out, it's heard by the heavens, it's received by the moon, it's sent to the sun, the sun is sending its vibration, like it's all in communion with each other. So that's why when these spiral chants were taking place, if it was understood by the people doing these chants that the actual the harmony of the spheres are hearing you, now this really magnifies the energy. This forms that torus system connection, that spiraling. It's like they're connecting, those funnels are connecting right there. That river of light is now flowing into each other, right? And they're connecting. And that's a powerful thing, right? It's not all evil. It's just that many things were used, this power was used for domination and control, and for the wrong reasons in many, many ways. But in old times, this was one of the most believed, this was one of the last customs. I mean, we even adopted it as Valentine's Day. I mean, it's still a watered down version of it today, right? So it's embedded in who we are as a species, right? For this time of year to be about fertility, about renewal and purification, right? And that's why the comet that comes around every 50 freaking thousand years is coming by the Earth during this time. I mean, that's not a coincidence. And while it was coming, right, we had the closest new moon that we've had in 1,000 years. So what does that mean? That means, wow, when there's a new moon, that means there's no moon in the sky. That means it's going to be so black and so close for us to see that comet. Oh, just perfectly. That just happens by coincidence, right? And then we're going to have, and see, the places that are visible to certain things, like the eclipses, are the places that's going to be getting the upgrades and the most effect by them, the most codes, if you want to use that word, right? So in the United States, we had a significant one that we saw in 2017. It was called the Great American Solar Eclipse, right? Well, that was in August, late August of 2017, and I had a prophecy right before then about it. And that took place I don't know if people remember all the way back then, but the things that I predicted about the 2017, August 2017, all was transpired. And then in 2018, I predicted the health crisis that was going to start and the green comet. Now, I know in 2025, we're going to have a solar event that's related to coronal mass ejection that might elect all electronics 2025. But in February 18th, right of this year, there's also going to be another significant event. But all of these eclipses, the places that are visible are the places that are most affected by them, right? So we had one in 2017 that we saw in the United States. And then now in 2024, we're going to have one that's also visible in the United States. We're not going to have another one visible in the United States until 2044. So that means whatever's coming, whatever's going to be filtered in this total solar eclipse for the United States in 2024 is going to be significant and a big change that's going to be for the next 20 years in the United States. That means there's going to be a big change. Most likely it's going to be related to even our financial situation or currency or something like that. But there's going to be a big change in 2024 that's going to be specifically affecting the United States the most, I think. And if you think about it, we've only been a country for like 200 so years or something like that. Was it 1776? Right? We're only a couple of hundred years. All these other places like Russia, China, thousands of years, they've been countries. Right? So we think about what we've become in 200 or so years. Really, really intense when you think about it. But this is also why that's a big problem for us as well. We don't have loyalty of our citizens to the country the way other people do. We're more of individuals, all of us, right? A lot of us are more, and the other places, people fall in line more because there's it's different. It's a different kind of, there's more of a history there. That's why. All of us come from somewhere else, most of us, right? I mean, you got some Native Americans, but most people nowadays aren't 100% Native American, right? Or First Nations, right? Most of them nowadays are mixed with European and this and that, right? There's very rare that people are 100% native to America or North America, right? I know for me, I 100 probably percent come from Europe and those other places, right? But yeah, during this time of year was when the spirit of the Lord, and don't get me wrong, I still feel that the Catholic Church and many societies within these organizations and these so-called religious organizations, they still carry out these rituals on these certain locations. And on the western slope of the Palatine Hill was the place of the Lupercalia. That was the place that was very special, right? And that was even talked about in the Bible, this place. This is the place of Pan as well. The Temple of Pan is near there. And what's interesting too is that they would call upon the spirit of the Lord of Misrule. And they would call upon this spirit to come upon the head priest of the Luperci, the priest of the wolf god, right? And he would be wearing his wolf pelt, and they were known to chase these women around, the streets, and the woman would be of all ages, any woman, all around the town, and they would like it. I mean, it was like laughing and giggling it was like everyone participated in this huge spectacle, right? And they even had, even when Roman was at its peak, and they had Roman Olympic gods that they were worshiping and doing all this. It was happening right alongside being with the pagan gods, right? And they were doing these rituals in very various crazy different ways. I mean, who knows how deep it went, but most likely at one time there were sacrifices taking place during these rituals, orgies, things like this, right? So really incredible. You know, they'd be taking this right in the street, the 3 strokes of the strap, you know, to make the woman fertile, you know, and any woman who desired to be fertile, they would gather in the streets to be flogged by the priest, right? And so this was a tradition, and they used goat hides, but back in the day it was wolf or stag, the original. You know, it wasn't. I think later on it became the goat hides, but yeah, I mean, it would carry on for 2 weeks, and right there, the Lupercalia's Wolf's Grotto, right? This Wolf's Grotto is the cave that's on the western slope of Palatine Hill, right? Now, this is a very famous slope for the Vatican to this day, for Rome, right? And right near there is what you call the Ficus Riminalis, the fig tree where Romulus and Remus suckled the Etruscan she-wolf, right? Who they received knowledge and were transformed by these shape-shifting clans, right? That's what they had shape-shifting knowledge, where they were pulling in knowledge of the gods and being able to transform in the astral to reach and find this knowledge. Literally, like I'm talking about, riding on the solar wind, even, right? To obtain knowledge. All right, we're gonna go deeper into it later, but let me first let you guys know too, the Lupercalia, it wasn't like just on the 15th, like I said, it was for like 2 weeks for the priests and the festival. It was from the 2nd to the 15th, and it's right during these times. And the yearly festivals, they had clans, like they had the Quintilian Luperci, the Latins, they had the Sabines that were part of all this. Even like during Julius Caesar times and afterwards, they had the Julian Brotherhoods, right? They would sacrifice goats, and usually they would have the young neophytes. 2 of them were brought in, and the high priest would touch their foreheads with the bloody knife, and then another priest would wipe it away, the blood on the knife with the wool that was dipped into milk, right? And then the feast would begin with these ritual celebrants clothed only in these goat or wolf skins, and they were carrying or wearing or hiding these thongs that were made from these goat hides, and they ran up and down the streets of the city, striking anyone who would walk by them or pass them, and the woman would line up and come forward to be hit by these goat thongs that they were holding, you know. And they believed that it would enhance their own power and energy and fertility and purification, all of that as a woman, you know. And I mean, it was a huge thing. And like I said, it's where we get Valentine's Day today. And they would use goat horns sometimes in some of the religions, and wear goat horns and these costumes. So I mean, it's a huge time of year. So, and this is, like I said, it's a purification time. And the ritual chants that they would do, it would be calling out to the stars, the comets, the meteors, all of this, to send down what they're calling for, right? To send down fertility. And that's what meteor showers bring. They bring fertility. They could bring fertility to the crops or devastation to the crops, depending on the vibrations that's coming off of this planet. People are out here. People are with us, right? Who's with us out there? Yeah, very interesting. And I've been breaking down all of the ancient writings that I can get into and retranslating a lot of them. A lot of the stuff is really interesting, and all of it is really interesting. And there's so much to get into, even like with the Temple of Unas, all the writings of the Book of Caverns, the Book of Gates, the Book of the Dead. All of these is talking about similar information that I've been talking about this morning. So if you came late, definitely listen to the first part of the show, because I was talking about souls traveling on the solar wind, cracks that are opening up in our magnetic shield, and the forces that are coming through. This is very important information, right? And yeah, this time of year is about that purification. And I thought it would be a cool idea as well, while we do this live chat, we can also have some cool crystals that we can offer for people, and meditation grounding stones and different things that are for love and for emotions and for heart chakras, and for this time of year, for you to either get for yourself or for somebody else. And you can also join on my Patreon link as well, right? So let's see what we got for some people. I'll pull out some stuff that's good for love and for emotion and for relationships and things like that. And anybody today, since we're doing this special, anybody can get a box open today. You don't have to be on Patreon or anything, since we're doing this live on YouTube. So anybody has access to these items today. Just let me know, and we'll send you an invoice on my website. All you gotta do is sign up on themysticalspiralstore.com, and we'll do discounts today. This will be good for Valentine's Day, for people if they want to do a present for anybody, or even for themselves. Some good stuff. Actually, even if they like the aquamarine, really, really cool. That's what I'm wearing today. It's aquamarine and copper. But I think I got a little basket last night of some stuff that has some cool hearts, master carved hearts, and some cool free forms and things like that. We can show you guys. But yeah, the first half of the show, I gotta say, guys, I laid some heavy information down, so definitely go back and watch that for sure if you missed it. I will leave this video up. The last video I did got deleted by my own mistake. Well, first of all, connecting to source, the astral, or even in to nature, or the harmonic flow of nature, if you want to say, or the spirits of nature, however you want to look at it. One of the best crystals in its raw freeform version too is apophyllite. And I was able to get some very, very rare apophyllite in different forms as well. I got some of the regular apophyllite, and then I got some of the gem green apophyllite. Those are really good. Yeah, rose quartz as well. We have rose quartz for love. So apophyllite here is for sure for protection, and I mean for connection to astral projection, I mean, and connection to nature, all that. And these actually come on a wooden stand. This is apophyllite, and I actually have some apophyllite with green gem apophyllite embedded in there. That is very, very amazing. And apophyllite itself is not rare because it's found in different locations, but green gem apophyllite is the rare apophyllite, green apophyllite. And I have some of that as well. So we got here, this is a heart of really, really amazing flower agate of the highest quality. Let me show you guys. Really cool. It's like translucent flower agate. It's got the flower inside as well. Really nice size. This is a huge palm stone of flower agate, master carved from a free form. Really cool. We're going to do a deal on these today. So this one is $35 plus shipping. That's a great deal. That's a great deal. This is heavy too. This is heavy too. This is very heavy. This could be a huge paperweight. This is let me see. This is over 4 ounces, so it's a nice size. What's that, a quarter of a pound, right? All right, so here we'll do the hearts. We'll do some more hearts, and here we go. This is a very rare from Madagascar, ocean jasper, and it's got some druzy spots in there, little geodes in there. Were carved from freeforms. Really amazing colors. This one I was actually originally going to keep for myself, but I figured we'd pull it out today and see if anybody wants it. Ocean jasper heart, very huge size. This one weighs 5.7 ounces. Really incredible. Beautiful. Looking for a great home. Then these are beautiful palm stones. Look at that. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Incredible. So that's really cool. And then it only gets better. I even wrapped a couple of these. These would, I guess, more be for either as a holding device or a dowsing device, or if you're a man, maybe you can wear it because it's kind of heavy and big. But this is a really big heart, heavy heart that I wrapped in heavy gauge copper. And this is highest quality flash labradorite. You see it? You see the labradorite? Look at that. Both sides. Look at that. Beautiful flash labradorite heart. Now, I also have some labradorite hearts that are not wrapped in copper like this. But this is a very heavy gauge copper too, a thick gauge copper that I wrapped. And it's maybe like a UFC fighter or somebody could wear this. I mean, it's kind of heavy. I would wear it, but I wouldn't say a woman would probably want to wear this, but it's a great for dowsing. It's a dowsing device. So you use it for dowsing. Really awesome. Yep, it's heavy. I mean, with the copper on it, it weighs, let me tell you. I mean, this is I forget what gauge it is. It's not 16 gauge. It's way thicker than that. This is 3.10 ounces. So that's pretty heavy to be wearing around your neck. But check out this. I also made this with a heavy gauge copper. This is very high quality blue apatite. Really cool. That's another one that's on a heavy gauge. I made it with the swivel loop, Taurus swivel loop. Really cool, right? So that's another heart. And then we got these little, very cute labradorite hearts. Look at the flash on these. Look at the flash on these. Both sides. Look at these. Intense. And then another one. Look at this one. This one's redeemed. And these were carved from freeforms. Look at that. Intense. We'll sell these as a set. One for each hand. Really cool. These are a cool set. Each one weighs, let me see. These are really, really nice labradorite too. I mean, the flash is always the best I get here. Always the best at the Michigan. So this is 0.75 ounces and the other one's 0.75. So these are both 0.75 ounce. Really cool. Yeah, I always get the best. And then we have another, look at this. This is really the best. Look at these waves of labradorite. Look at this one. This one is absolutely the highest quality labradorite. It has the waves, the lines going through it. Look at both sides. It has like the broken heart in the middle. Look at that. Really amazing. Look at that. Intense. This is very, very high quality right here. And this is heavy, actually. This one is almost 3 ounces. This one. This is a very nice size. Really intense. Come on, who doesn't want that? That is the coolest heart ever. What? How can you guys not claim that? And then we got, oh my God, this is a heart of dream amethyst. Whoa, look at this dream amethyst. Oh, we got it claimed. Claimed by Gypsy. Gypsy, this is the best claim of today. This is insane. $35 plus shipping for this highest quality labradorite heart. Really great deal. That is a great deal. It's hard to part with this as well. This is really amazing. Great claim on there. Heavy too. Nice big size. That's a great claim. And we got Dream Amethyst. Look at this. This is heavy, actually. This is thick. Look how thick that is. This is 4.35 ounces. It's got some rainbow flash on it. Really incredible. What? Really incredible. And then we got Moonstone of the highest quality. Look at that flash moonstone. What? Master carved. Both sides got the amazing flash on that moonstone. Moonstone is one of my favorite in the world to carry with me. Very intense. And this is a cool palm stone of moonstone. Look at that. Great heart of moonstone. Look at that flash. Really intense. Guys, don't pass these up. These are one of a kind. Look at that. Moonstone. What else we got here? Oh, this is one of my favorites too. This is one of my absolute favorite. This has got druzy. This is druzy moss agate. Look at all that druzy cavern in there. Intense. Look at that cavern of druzy. Really, really high quality moss agate heart. Moss agate is one of the best for grounding. Oh, we got this claimed. Gypsy, I'll give you a good deal because you're getting two things or maybe more. But this is a great, look at the druzy all on the side. This was another one that I wanted to keep for myself. I ended up keeping a different one, but I had two of them like this. Really intense. It's hard to be a crystal collector and a crystal, worker. And also that's the best people to have a crystal business, because then you get the best stuff, right? People that aren't crystal people and they have crystal businesses, you'll get any quality crystals. They don't care. That's why I always have the best, because I get the stuff that I want for myself. So, oh, you want the moonstone claimed? Yeah, all right. The moonstone, perfect. All right, so you want the moonstone and this so far, these two. That's great claims. Booyah. I got you. I got you. I got it in your box, Gypsy. I got it in your box, Gypsy. And you're a Patreon member, so you're going to get the special super discount today. And you get more free stuff than anybody, the cooler free stuff. For those that don't know, people that are on my Patreon, they get some really cool free items and they get super discounts. All right, so let's see. You know what? Let me pull out. You know what else I got as heart that you guys are going to like? Golden Flash, Black Onyx. No, I got a heart of that. Let me see what we got here. I know I got it somewhere. I might have to go look for it. Oh, I did have another amethyst. So I have it wrapped up somewhere, but I have a big golden flash black obsidian, I meant heart like this. See this? I have these available as well. If anybody, this is the best obsidian you could get on the planet. So golden flash and silver flash obsidian is the best obsidian you could get, right? So this is golden flash obsidian, black obsidian. This is a palm stone. Look at that, both sides. I have now, yeah, you know what? Let's show that real quick because that's really good stuff too. Let me show you. Let me show you, please. Let me show you. Because we got new stuff for the flash. We got new stuff for the flash that you guys got to see. You guys are gonna love this. Brand new. Let me just grab a few for you. Well, look at this, everybody. This is the most insane golden flash, black obsidian, both sides. Look at that. Both sides are just insane with the golden flash. Look at that. That's one. Let's grab number two. Whoa. Let's see the other side. Whoa. Yeah. Incredible black obsidian. Let's try number three. This one's a nice shape. Hold on. Let me put these. Do one at a time. This is number three. Whoa. Look at that. Intense. I like the shape too. Golden flash, black obsidian. Really, really nice. Let's see another one. This one's got a nice shape to it. Whoa, this one's intense. Look at that. We also have silver flash obsidian as well. Let's see these two. Just got to turn it at the right angle. Whoa, insane. Yeah, they got spirals in them. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I don't know how anybody can't claim these. Really intense. We got the moonstone. Those are palm stones. I mean, the black obsidian golden flash palm stones. And look at this. We got spheres, everybody. Silver flash and golden flash spheres of all sizes. And these come on their own stands. And we even have a couple of eggs. Whoa, look at these cosmic eggs. Check this out. Really intense golden flash all over these cosmic eggs. I think I have two of the, yeah, these are magic. But we have spheres as well. All different size spheres. Look at these spheres. And these come on their own stands. I'll show you the stands. We got some, I mean, we have stands that come for free, or you can actually buy other stands as well. But for free, I include the glass stands with them. So, show you guys. You get the glass stand for free on there. You could spin it on there as well. See, really cool. Really cool. Look at these. This is the silver flash, I think. This one's silver flash. Yeah, this is silver flash. Really cool. See that? You get the cool glass stand. Very nice. All right, so that's silver flash, and we also have, you know, the smaller spheres. Look at this is the golden flash. Look at that. Incredible. All the highest quality. Yeah, this is silver flash right here. Look at that. Boom. That's the silver flash. You got the silver flash and the gold flash. This one's gold. This is gold right here, and this one's silver. I'll show you the difference. Yeah, so this one's gold flash. This one's silver flash. Hold on. Yeah. Silver, gold. See? A little bit different, slightly different, but you could tell. Really cool. Wow, look at that. Big. We pushing weight. Oh, this is good for this time of year too. The flower agate freeforms. These stand up by themselves as well. Look at these. Really nice. Look at this, baby. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. All right, so let's see. Oh, we also got great for Valentine's Day as well. These go fast too, and I only have a couple left. This is Aura Selenite with the flash. I also have some towers. Look, these are really special. And I have a couple of the silver beaded ones. Really cool. Silver spheres. Really nice. Oh yeah, and since you like moonstone, we even have some moonstone spheres. Look at this quality moonstone. Got the flash all over it as well. Really nice moonstone. Love moonstone. No, it's not soft. Selenite's not soft. It's hard. It's soft is just it's chippable. Some of the selenite, but that not this one. This is rounded off and smooth. So it's aura selenite. So it's selenite with uh colored sand, silica sand, copper, and metal shavings infused on the selenite to give it that aura color. So this is Mexican agate, really intense. Even has some druzy spots on there. Really nice big sphere. Really nice Mexican agate. I have some towers of Mexican agate as well that are really nice. This is also Muakite from Australia. Very cool Muakite. Can't find Muakite in too many places. Oh, we got palm stones and spheres of blue onyx, blue tiger's eye. Blue tiger's eye is really incredible. One of the most powerful. Look at this, blue tiger's eye. Who doesn't want blue tiger's eye? I mean, come on. We also got an ocean jasper sphere here. Really rare. This is for sale too. Really nice price. Yeah, we got some pyramids. What are you looking for? I got a really cool custom little pyramid of malachite. Look at these, blue tiger's eye. Thank you, everybody. They're all for available. We also got, look at these apophyllite clusters. This comes on a wood stand as well. And I got some pyramids. Yeah, I got everything you could possibly want. Just got to let me know what you want. Otherwise, I'm just going to show some random stuff. But if you're looking for a specific thing, let me know what you're looking for. Look at this. This is the green gem apophyllite right here. You see the green gem embedded in there? Look at that. This is a apophyllite specimen. And this has the green gem embedded in there. Thank you for coming, Sol. I'll see you later. Please send the money to Gypsy so she can buy more stones as well. Look at this green gem apophyllite. Yeah, we'll do a Tibetan. This is for Gypsy. And for my sister Jan. All right, so let's see what else we got. Yeah, we got, I mean, there's so much. The apophyllite is really cool. I mean, I have huge apophyllite specimens as well. Huge specimens of, I got rough raw rainbow moonstone. Yeah, I have a few free forms of rainbow moonstone as well. Like I have some free forms of it. Depends on what size you want. Let me know. And I got bigger crystal balls of it too. Oh, so check this out. Oh, you're looking for rainbow moonstone. Yeah, I got raw rainbow moonstone. Yeah, I also got, oh my God. I got the most incredible free forms of peach moonstone. Now check this out. And it's flash moonstone. Let me get. These are big guys too. Look at this one. Look at that flash on there. This is peach moonstone. This is a free form. Really big guy. Now I got, that's small actually compared to the other ones. Now here's another one. They only get bigger from there. That's the one I just showed you is the smallest one I got. This one is absolutely massive, about 3 pounds. And look at the flash. Oh man, peach moonstone freeform. Whoa. I have sunstone, but I have a few sunstone little obelisks. I'll show you what I mean if you're looking for sunstone. Whoa. This is peach moonstone. Stands up by itself too, which is rare for a freeform. Really incredible. I got Himalayan quartz crystal balls. The one that I have that is 3 pounds is garden quartz. I have starlight rose quartz. I have Himalayan quartz crystal balls, but they're like a pound. I think you got one of them from me, Gypsy. But yeah, this is peach moonstone. So yeah, holy moonstone is right. So yeah, I got it all, brother. Whatever you want, let me know. Sunstone. So you're looking for sunstone? Yeah, I mean, let me show you what sunstone is. If I can. I used to have one out here. I might have put it away now. You know what? My sunstone might be put away, but I do have a couple of little obelisks of sunstone. Trying to find where it is right now. Yeah, it's not out right here. I have to go find it. It's wrapped up somewhere in a Tupperware. But I have some little obelisks of sunstone if you're looking for it. I thought I had one of them out. I guess not. Yeah, I can't find it right here. I thought I did have one. Oh wait, no. probably right in front of my eyes too, and I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I don't know. But we got some cool spirit quartz as well. Really cool spirit quartz. Look at this. Spirit quartz is one of my favorite. Great for Valentine's Day as well. Look at these spirit quartz druzy specimens. Thank you, Gypsy. Love these spirit quartz. This one looks like Super 7, for Christ's sakes. I think it is a hybrid of Super 7 spirit quartz. Wow, really cool. Peaceful penguin. Oh, we have look at these Himalayan druzy specimens. Got the druzy on both sides. Like the double earth. Really cool. I have all sorts of sizes of those as well. Look at this little one. Look at all those druzies on there. And it's real. The back of it's really smooth right here too. It's like marble. Really, really cool. Let me show you guys. Look at that druzy on there. Insane. I got big specimens of those too. Huge. Big ones, little ones, small one. Here's a nice look at all the druzy on this. Look at that. This is a cool little size as well. I love free-form specimens like these druzy specimens. I love them. I love them. I just love them. I simply love them. Did I mention I love them? Oh, so you're looking for rainbow moonstone? Here's a rainbow moonstone heart for Valentine's Day. Really, really high quality. Rainbow moonstone heart. Got a nice size. I love it. I really, really love it. Put on brighter light. Bright light. Bright light. Rainbow moonstone heart. We got a special gift for Gypsy today too, because she's the one who claimed 2 things so far. So we're gonna give Gypsy a special gift today. Oh, right. Oh no, we have to. Oh yeah, we got a couple of special cool things today. And what else? Oh, see, this is another rare green apophyllite on their specimen. This one is really cool. Look at that. That's a green gem apophyllite in there. Very, very high quality, rare gem. Well, glad you caught me live as well, Cam. Cam Lopez. Okay, now we're going to do some towers. Oh, and these apophyllite specimens, forget it. They're amazing. We got rainbow quartz, garden quartz, all sorts of garden quartz freeforms, Himalayan freeforms, green quartz. Yeah, I just found another Himalayan freeform. I know phantom freeforms. Look at that. Intense. It's got rainbow in there as well. Love it. You guys want to see some great towers? Check this out. Oh, I might have wrapped it up already. Did I wrap it up already? I wrapped up the other one. I wrapped up that really clear one that I did a video of the other day, but check this one out. Boom. Smoky quartz. Light smoky quartz. Mystical spiral store, yeah. But a lot of this stuff isn't up on the store. I have some stuff on the store, but this stuff I'm doing live today isn't up on the store because I'm not going to take this stuff down off the store. This is stuff that's not on the store right here. This is just from my stock. as stock gets bought on my store, I put more stock up. So I don't put all of it up at once. I put a little stock up at a time, and as I get more, as things are bought, I put more items up. So people can also make invoices on my website. Like it's not just the products that are in my store for sale. Also, I have invoices that I make for people. So a lot of people, contact me, ask me, tell me what they're looking for, or they want something custom made, like a custom pendant made with a certain kind of crystal. So then I make invoices for them. Like if you're looking for a certain crystal you don't see on my store, contact me and I either have it or I can get it for you. This is really amazing gem apophyllite. Do you see that gem green apophyllite in there? I don't know how well you can see it on video, but it's really, really amazing gem quality crystal embedded in there. There's some gem right here, green gem. Really amazing. Really amazing. And this looks great on a wooden stand as well. Same with this one. Comes on the wooden custom wood platform that we had made. Even my bigger pieces, we have gold. We have these custom stands made, right? So this is custom made only for this crystal. You see, this is a raw piece right here. Look at this. This is not carved. This is a raw tower. This one is actually of gold rutil. I don't know if you can see, but this is that laser beams of gold flying throughout it. And my fingerprints. Really incredible gold reticulate. And see how it's raw on the bottom. So I had this custom made wood that fits only at a certain, hold on. Only in a certain way. Fits in there. Locks in, see? Really intense. Perfect. We have these I have some nice citrine freeforms made with the custom stands as well. These custom wood stands. We even have garden quartz crystal balls. Look at the garden quartz inside. Intense. Look at the rainbow and everything. Oh my God, amazing. We have the most amazing fluorite crystal balls that when you put them in the light, they transform with the clarity. We also have ruby that transforms in the UV light, ruby sosite, certain black flower agate that transforms in the UV light, even ruby kyanite transforms in the UV light. I don't know if you could tell here, but the ruby in UV light turns like electric red. You see it? It's amazing. Incredible. Same, like I'll show you the natural ruby, what it looks like. So this is, I have available if you guys want one. I don't know if any are available on my website. They might be sold out, but I have some in my stock. Natural ruby towers, sparkling honeycomb natural ruby. Look at that. And these react in the UV light. Amazing. Look at that. Look at the way they react in that UV light. It's like electric red. I don't know if you can see it here, but in person you can see. Really amazing. Same with the ruby sosite that I have. Oh my God, incredible. Incredible. I also have, perfect for this time of year too, pyrite and bloodstone spheres. This is a bloodstone with the gold pyrite embedded in there. I don't know if you guys can see the gold, little sparkling gold pieces in there as well. This is pyrite and bloodstone spheres. Very nice size. These come on dragonfly stands. No, I'm not wearing my Vivianite right now. I'm wearing my aquamarine and copper right here. This is aquamarine and copper. Love this as well. My Vivianite is one of my favorite though. This is my Vivianite and copper right here. One of my favorite things to wear. Vivianite and copper is just freaking awesome. What? Those are, and they're the hardest pendants for me to make as well, because Vivianite is such a delicate material that it crumbles when you try to wrap something in it. So for me to wrap one of those pieces of Vivianite, it takes some delicacy. It takes some patience, and it takes, sometimes I mess up some good copper that I have to scrap and use for something else. But yeah, yours I made, oh man, yours was perfect. It only took me 2 tries. The first try I didn't like the way it came out, so I used that one for something else, and then the second time was perfect. Yeah. Yeah, mine is the prototype. This one was the prototype. I keep it on a silver chain, this one. But I send like the black necklace material for free with you guys if you want it. But I also have some gem pendants that I've made. Spiral out, Yamas Milivoy. All right. So I have some angel hair gem rutil. So if you guys want that, that's really good. I made some gem pendants out of that. I'll show you what I mean. So see, there's some of the pendants that I made. These are with really cool adjustable hand stitch material as well. No, that one's a lemon golden healer. I put them separate in these envelopes so they don't get tangled up with their necklace. Yeah, here's these are all on adjustable necklaces as well. This has angel hair gold rutil. Really amazing gem. Look at that. Reticulated gold rutil angel hair, rutil inside. This is an amazing pendant. And it's on the adjustable knot, so you can adjust it anyway. Look, I could just put it right over my head. Right here, adjust it. Really incredible. Golden healer gold rutil gem. Highest quality gold rutil. Angel hair gold rutil. Amazing. Yes, I've talked about that. Mystery Hill. I've been to Mystery Hill. Yes. That's Massachusetts. I mean, New Hampshire. But I've never been to the Stonehenge in England. But my friend Maria Wheatley does work there constantly, and she sent me blue stones from Stonehenge in the mail. So that's interesting. All right, so those are, if you guys are interested in any of those gem pendants, let me know. I have some of garden quartz. I have some of the gold angel hair rutil that I just showed you, and I have some of the clear gem with a little angel hair in it, and I have some smoky quartz. I have some of lemon golden healer. Nice, cool. Yes. So also, all right, so now we have some really, really rare. Now, a lot of people fake this, but this is natural strawberry quartz. Here's a tower. This is just a piece of wax on the top to protect the tip. This is natural strawberry quartz tower, sparkling strawberry quartz. Really amazing. I love this strawberry quartz. Great for Valentine's Day. This one weighs 2.61 ounces. Really nice size tower. And then we also we have different ones of strawberry quartz. I'm not going to pull them all out. We also have different sizes, towers of pink opal. Very, very high quality. Peruvian. This comes from Peru. Pink opal. Peruvian pink opal. Really cool. I also have some, actually, no, they're all sold out, actually. I had some green opal spheres, but they're all sold out. I think this is another green, pink opal. Yeah, this is the pink opal. See, this is really nice, this pink opal. Let me show you up close. Look at that. Really nice. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Pink opal. Really nice. I like the energy of the pink opal as well. Yeah, we got more strawberry quartz towers here too. We got this for Gypsy as a present today, the Druzy pink, Druzy grape amethyst specimen to go along with her hearts. This is a gift to go along with your claims today for Gypsy. The Gypsy gift. The Gypsy gift. So with those 2 hearts that you claimed, I'm giving you that gift, Gypsy. That's a really cool Druzy specimen of amethyst. This is also another little bit of apophyllite specimen. We got watermelon, tourmaline specimens, kyanite specimens. I mean, whatever you guys want, let me know. Himalayan quartz, fire and ice specimens. Look at that. Whoa, good reflexes. Look at that. Intense. Yep, you got it. You got hooked up. You got hooked up. And that's just a small percentage of the stuff I'm showing. Yeah, the purple fluorite spheres. I mean, I don't think people realize how amazing these are. These large purple fluorite spheres. They're pricey, but they're highest quality. Let me show you the way the clarity of this, because it looks like it's solid, deep purple, right? Let me show you the clarity of this. Look at that. Insane clarity. Incredible. I also have sphere stands that light up so you can see. Really amazing. I also have ones of green and purple fluorite. And yeah, just like the others, I mean, these transform. They're translucent. Incredible. Also, golden healer quartz. Incredible. These are from the Himalayas, high altitude golden healer. We got some malachite specimens left. Only two left. Only two left of the silk malachite. Raw freeforms. Really, really highly sought after. Highest quality raw freeforms of malachite. Only two left. Two little guys. Well, I'm gonna go live again. I'm planning on doing so. My patrons that are listening to this, my patrons, I'm planning on going live again today at 4:20 on Patreon. I want to do an exclusive Patreon chat today. Exclusive, where I can get into the ancient writings. I can get into a lot of more deeper stuff that I want to talk about the solar wind, about our magnetosphere shutting down. Well, the Gypsy, those golden healers are a little bit expensive. I'll send it to you privately, because that's like 13 ounces, that one, so it's like almost $200. I don't know if you still want it, but they're about $200 for those old golden healer spheres. They're really, really rare too, as well. But I mean, they're worth it, and they light up like they light up translucent underneath inside of it. It's really, really cool. Very rare golden healer. It's about $200 for the sphere. Let me show you. This one as well is translucent. Look at that. Incredible. If you want to wait, I might be getting in two smaller ones in like a week or two. I think they're coming in about 10 days. They've already been shipped from Nepal, but it's going to take a while to get here. The shipping comes from Nepal, so it takes a little bit. What else was I talking about? Yeah, we're gonna be getting into way more on my Patreon as well. So, I mean, before I go, we got apatite towers, all different stuff, man. Just, you know what? One of my favorite crystals. I was just trying to pull out stuff that was good for Valentine's Day, but let me know if you still want the golden healer. Unfortunately, those are very pricey and very rare. This apatite towers are some of my favorite. Blue apatite, which is a really, really highly sought after. This is high quality blue apatite. Very cool towers. Look at those. Incredible. I got different sizes. Some are lighter blue. Look at that. Incredible. I really like the blue apatite. Mr. Salesman. It's up to you. It's worth getting that one, but I might have a little less expensive one coming in 10 days, is what I'm trying to say. So if you want to wait for the one that might be a little bit less expensive, that's fine. If you want that one, I think I could do it for like 170 or something like that. I got to look on how much, because it's almost, that one's about 13, 14 ounces, which is a pretty big size. It comes with a stand as well. And it's very rare quartz. It's golden, it's not quartz with golden healer embedded in it. It's actually full golden healer quartz, the whole thing. Some with actually that has the golden healer and fire quartz embedded in it are even more pricier. Let me show you what, this is one from my collection. You guys wouldn't believe how much these go for sometimes on those outdoor booths that they have. Some of these can go for up to $1,000 when it has the fire and golden healer inside embedded in there. See, it has the yellow and red swirl, phantom swirl embedded inside the sphere. That is very rare and very hard to find. I only had one other I sold on Patreon. And this is the one for my private collection. These are very hard to come by like that. That have the red and yellow together swirling like that. I have some fire quartz that has just the red like that, or just the yellow, but not the two molded together swirling. Let me show you what I mean. So this is a fire quartz. This is a quartz with fire quartz embedded in it. See the skull, how it has the yellow and red fire quartz embedded in it, but it's not the red and yellow phantom swirl of that sphere, right? It's a little bit different, but this still has that yellow and red, right? Really amazing. And like this one. This one is a little bit bigger than the other one, but it also has that fire quartz in it. Look at that. Rainbow as well. Look at that. Yellow and red fire quartz in it, but it's not that same quality as that other sphere. This is one of my favorites right here. And this one lights up in the light as well. Underneath, translucent. One of my favorites. Almost human size, this one. Almost. I have other ones that are human size and bigger than human size, actually. Here's a smoky quartz one. One of my favorites. This is a human size. This has a lot of rainbow all over it as well. Love that rainbow smoky quartz. Really beautiful piece. And then I have one that's 14 pounds of lemon calcite that I've showed you guys before. This is a lemon calcite. This baby's 14 pounds, very heavy. Really, really cool. Yeah, this is 14 pounds, this bad boy. The other ones are about 7 pounds. We got all sizes. I even have the orange calcite, smaller ones. Like here's another orange calcite. Really cool orange calcite. Look at this guy. This is a very nice size as well. I'm definitely a crystal, what they call a crystal skull guardian. All times. I even like the little ones. Some of my favorite ones are little ones. Like real small ones too. Like I have a really small one of garden quartz that has some 11 garden quartz. This is not that small. Actually, it's a very nice knife. This has a little garden quartz in it. Really like this one. And this one is a fire quartz. One I really like this one as well. And then let me show you guys. You guys saw that bloodstone and pyrite sphere that I had before, right? Well, we had that sphere carved from a freeform. While he carved that sphere, I also had a crystal skull carved of that same bloodstone and pyrite, as you see here. Really amazing. Love it. And any crystal that you want a skull of, you let me know and I can have it carved for you if I don't already have it. I even had some recently carved of malachite. They already sold out, but I had some carved of malachite of ancient style, right? This is one that I for myself. Look at the elongated head. Malachite, really cool. Malachite's really pricey, so this was not too big. We got dragon skulls. Yeah, I've sold the dragon skulls of like pyrite before. Really cool. I even have big, huge ones of quartz of dragons. I have other dragons. We got lapis lazuli, moss agate. Look at these moss agate. This moss agate is incredible. I love the moss agate. Look at that. Really amazing. Love the style of that. Great for grounding. Rose quartz. Fire quartz. Look at this calcite specimen. This is a Native American warrior, right? Look at this. Wait till you see the druzy on this. Insane druzy and sparkle on this specimen. Look at the detail. Incredible. Really amazing. All types. Got even agate druzies. Look at that. My hair's not tucked, it's just hanging in the back. My hair's hanging in the back, Not tucked under my cap. What you think I am, a fool? But thank you all for joining me. Let me know if you guys want anything else. Nice. I got you on the invoice, Gypsy. And we'll be back later. So guys, join my Patreon at about 4:20 today. I won't be live on YouTube at that time. I'll just be live on Patreon. All right. We're going to be going into certain prophecies of the Tiburtine Sibyls and other things like the Book of Enoch, some ancient writings of ancient Egypt as well. And if nobody's on Patreon, maybe I'll go live on YouTube as well. But I hope you guys join me. Thank you, everybody. Love you all, and Spiral out.